Hello guys, welcome back to Blueprints. Episode number 12, I think we mean well. Yeah, we are day 15. That makes sense because there were 3 episodes where we did a double day. The day we found room 46 and then one of the previous episodes where we had not such luck and the day was over very quickly. The goals for today are finding some new rooms that we're still missing, trying to get the armory and the axe. Then we need to axe the attic if possible. Chess pieces is a thing, and we still have Blessing of the Gardener for 1 day, which means we have 8 courtyards in our house. So yeah, that's also one of those things. So let's pick up our coins. We have the boat on level 13 on the reservoir, which means we can bring the boat across. So if we can get the tomb, that would be nice. We're also looking for power hammer to smash some doors and something which lights up things. Let's see what we can get today. The tomb, that's perfect. That's exactly what we want because we need that boat across. That's perfect in our planning. Like here, these things, we can light these. We saw many of these brown candles. We still haven't figured out something to do it with though. So we have the tomb, which means we can get 5 coins for every dead end in the house or something like that. I think the tomb itself says it, right? Yeah. Each time you drop the dead end in your house, you spread 5 coins in the tomb. So every dead end in the house, we can come back and there will be a lot of money here. But at the moment, we're just gonna bring that boat across. Because we need to get to the other stairs. For whatever reason. The minecart is out of the way. Also here, bunch of candles to light, which gives us another way into the tomb, I guess. That's the fountain, which is not drained. So yeah, we put our boat on level 13. So now we can get in here. And seeing we are here, we will also open room 46. The reason we know it is because there's also the stairs over here, which we already saw earlier. And we also know we need 6 and 6 and 0. But it's better to have that boat on this side so that we can drain this thing. We also know there is a sanctum key somewhere on the bottom. And there also seems to be a hole there, so that will be the level 6 thing, whatever it is. So there's another room over there more than likely. Which brings us on this side, and we have broken the wall there. So see, we are downstairs here. We're gonna keep that boat on this side. And now we have to lower the reservoir again, which requires the pool. Well, it requires the pump house, but the only way to get the pump house is if you have the pool in your house. So that's something we need to look at. And seeing we are here, let's open room 46. I don't know if we need to be there. Not necessarily. Yeah, these are solved, the first two. This is the black Orinda and this is red Fen Aries. We know this is yellow, but we have no idea about the weather or the transportation over there. Society. This is a Raja. We know this is orange, but that's the only thing we know about it. We think this is white, going by this symbol being in the morning room on the wall. We don't know nothing about this one. Or this one. We also are lacking sanctum keys. We found the one in the music room and the one in room 46 itself. We have an idea where the rest is. One is behind the last of 8 doors. We think that's in the mechanarium because that can have 8 doors if you have all other gear rooms in your house. Then there is something high up in the clocks. So that's going to be a clock tower of some sort. But we don't have that floor plan yet, so... In the other ones, we found that piece of paper in room 46. So yeah, we have we will see what the day brings us. We don't need to be downstairs anymore because we have opened the door already. This one is open normally. Yeah, we opened this with the basement key the other day from this side. There is an elevator though, which requires a key card from downstairs to go up. But we can't go up because we don't have the foundation in the house yet. That's a room that we have not even seen yet. And we probably will not see it today either because we have 8 courtyards extra in the draft pools. The chessboard, that's something we need to look at as well. If we can get, yeah, it's mainly about study and office, which is the king and the queen room. The other rooms you usually get in your house without a problem. So yeah, that cost us a bunch of steps doing this, but we needed that boat on this side. Parlor, storeroom, corridor, not great choices. We got corridor to go to the corner, now we would prefer a T-shape of some sort over here, which of course is not going to give us. It's okay, we can go left. We have access to this square, we have access to this square. We can do the breakfast, yeah, we'll do the breakfast, obviously. That also is a rook in our house. Gives us a key, gives us breakfast, morning room. So we have extra steps. Whatever we just lost, we gain back from the breakfast. We'll go courtyard. It's costing a gem, but we upgraded it. It gives 2 back, so we're always winning on a courtyard. And we know we have 8 in the house today. And we have a chance of getting items there as well. So we definitely do that. We're not lucky. Only 2 gems, no shovel. But we can reach this square and this square, so L shape or even a dead end might not be that okay. We don't have a bedroom though, so it's not. This is only going to give us 2 items. 2 items is not that great. The closet usually doesn't have like something like a shovel. It's usually a gem and a key or sleeping mask or something like that. I think we can better go for observatory. That's an L shape, which gives us connection. We know we have a bunch of courtyards in the house today. Let's see. That's a knight as well. What we got? That's gems or some sort. 5 gems, okay. So Diamond is major, the big gem, it gives you 5 gems. There's also a small gem which gives you 1 gem. Okay. Something that goes up, spare room or so. Can do then. Nothing extra, just our gem. We'll go up to see where we can get access to. We have access to this slot if we use the pantry. Then we could potentially put a dead end here. Gives us some steps and coins, so yeah, sure. And then it's about time we go back, I think. Let's see what we get here and then go back, maybe. The hallway. Could use a hallway. Don't need to though. Parlor is fine. Let's do parlor. Nothing on the tables. Nope. The other two boxes are true. That's gotta be a lie. Because if this is true, then all three boxes are true. That is not possible. The other two boxes are blue. That is definitely a lie. So this is a lie, this is a lie, black is true. The other two boxes are empty. If this is true, then they need to be in black. Okay, makes sense for once. Here we want something with exits, preferably. Courtyard it will be. We have a metal detector. When you get courtyard, you prefer I'm gonna leave it here. We'll go back. Don't go too high. The last time we went way too high. Cost us way too much steps to come back, so. We can get a dead end here if we want to. Yep, any dead end is fine. Billiard room. It's a bit of a waste of an exit though. Let's just do this guest bedroom, get it out of the way. 10 steps. A gem. Extra key. A metal detector spawns more keys and coins. Then you have to look on the ground as well if you have the metal detector. Breakfast nook. Let's see what we can get here. Straight or right? We have enough gems, but it's a waste of one exit. Still gonna do it. And we're gonna go straight immediately and see if we can get a west wing hall or something. Or a courtyard. It's also fine. Sledgehammer this time. And then we can potentially put a dead end over here. Or the armory. Walking closet, 4 items. Also not gonna have shovel. Those are usually things like the compass or the sleeping mask or something like that. Armory, yeah, sure, let's do armory. We have the axe, the shield, and the morning star. Morning star is like a fancy sledgehammer. And it gives you stars on top of it or something. Yeah, it's like a sledgehammer, but then you will get an extra star. But it's just one star, or is it every time a star when you hit a trunk? I don't know. It's 8 coins. Not interested in it, I think. Shield, 8 coins. You can get the effect of 1 red room. We want this. We need 32 coins. We got 1 dead end. Because we have the tomb, we can get extra coins downstairs. Okay. We're definitely gonna try to get that axe. That's our 4th courtyard already. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. The problem with the courtyard is it very often has security doors. Ah, there we go. We're definitely gonna use that. We're gonna buy the axe. We're gonna buy the axe, and we already axed the rotunda, which was 3 gems, and we axed the cloister, which was 3 gems, but we also have the attic, which is another room with 3 gems. So we're going to axe this room so that it's also free. That's 3 rooms with 3 gems that we have axed now, which means that in the future they will be free. I think they're also the only rooms with 3 gems, at least the ones that we saw so far. So we have that axe, but you can only do once, 1 room at a time. So we had this axe already 3 times. This is also a night room. So armory, security, observatory are night. And then we have chapel, attic, music room, they are bishops. So we still need a bishop room. Conservatory and the nook are a rook. The den is a pawn. There are many pawn rooms. The parlor is also a pawn. So we need a bishop, a king, and a queen. And we need to go to the passageway because we have security doors there. So we need to see if we can get past it. The drawing room seems to be a good way to get past that. We'll get our gem back anyway. Check the rest of the room. And we can redraw it in this room. So let's see what we get here. That's not great. That seems to be better. Another courtyard. That's not a bad idea. Still no shovel. And now if we can get a west wing hole, then we can bypass that security door. Or do we go for the garage? let's do the West Wing Hall. We have 2 West Wing Halls in our grid. So we could potentially get another one on top there somewhere. Okay, let's drop the other room here. See if we can redraw here. The freezer. Freezes your account, coins and gems for tomorrow. That seems to be something you want to get at the end of the day or so. The bedroom is a free room, but other than that it doesn't do much though. We don't have a sleeping mask. I think we better redraw, try to get a dead end here. Something like the mailroom would be great. We have letters there. Oh yeah, we need the commissary, that's what we need. That's also not great here. Or the dark room to get it out of the way. Or the hallway to get an exit to the top. Trying to connect to the right side. That's probably a better idea. As long as we don't run into security doors. Straight preferably. The Chamber of Mirrors. Also interesting. Then we have to go around though. But the Chamber of Mirrors, we have 1, 2 exits. If we can get the third one on the top, then we can reach all this. If you have 3 entry points, we can get from the courtyard to the right and see if we can connect. Courtyard could have shovel. Then we have 6 courtyards in our house already. I think I'm gonna go for this one here. There we go, we have access from that side. So we can open this side. If we can get from that top, then I think we can do everything. We can open all the rest, pretty sure. Because if you press that button, these sides go open, I think. And we have every room double in our house now. Today. Okay. Let's start here. And we surpassed, that was also a security door, I think, that we surpassed. Of course, we're gonna have to use keys that are slightly. Yeah, here's another drawing room. Or another courtyard. But then we risk of getting, no. The courtyard has the risk of getting security doors. And we have nothing to pull it up yet. Here's our West Wing Hall, commissary. Could be interesting. West Wing Hall is more interesting. Here. That's not so interesting. Yes, finally. That's steps. That's already good. Yeah, we have a lot of digging to do now. Yeah, we should go back in. The West Wing Hall. Try Try to find some more keys would be nice. Okay, let's do. We have 2 more here, and then we have 2 more on the other side. Okay, 1 key at least. Coins. Does one have dig spots? No. I might buy the shield then. That could help us if we get the weight room. Straight to that one. We have 2 more courtyards on this side, which had dig spots. Can we get a turnip or something? We could use some extra steps. More coins. Observatory. Pantry. Boom, boom, boom. Here's another courtyard. Okay, at least another key. 2 keys and we get like a couple of steps. And some coins in case we get a kitchen of some sort. And now we can go in here and press this one. Yeah, we need to connect this. Yeah, we need a dining room or something with food. Commissary. Well, it's not great, eh? That is not great at all. We have the shovel, the metal detector, the sledgehammer. So what is that thing gonna sell? The magnifying glass probably. See, we ordered that. And then the rest is gonna be something like sleeping mask or so. Compass maybe. Because we need to go all the way back again. This is not great though. Not great at all. Magnifying glass. And an extra key, I guess. We have enough gems with all these courtyards. But this is not great though. We press that button, we're gonna have to come back again and yeah, we need steps. We need a dining room of some sort. Yeah, we have to go all the way back. There's no other way. Not great. We're gonna have a step problem very soon, unless we can get the dining room with the lunchbox. Because what it did here, it opened this door here somewhere. It opens that side. Now we can't do anything more, I think. Because what does this thing do? It closes that side, so yeah. We need to get from the top now. Then we should be able to do everything, I think. Because I think that one opens those two sides. Then you can go through, you can press that button, then yeah, then they should all be open. And then we can also go up. Not great though. We basically need a dining room here now. Of course, it's not going to give you. It's also stupid. Also stupid. I should have dropped from the drawing room where we could redraw. That was mistakes be made here. 100 coins. This thing. What is this? This could give us food though. If there are 2 pieces of fruit, could be 2 gems, 2 keys, or 2 pieces of fruit. The corridor is going to give us access to that slot. That's fine, we have access from the West Wing Hall. I'm gonna do the bedroom. Yeah, coins, of course. Which is not great. That's the worst thing we could get, actually. Yeah, we need a dining room, and we need it soon. It does not want to come here, let me get to here, you see that? We have to do kitchen, and we have to do kitchen. Can buy some steps, but not great though. $30 minus 10 is 20, minus 3 is 17, minus 8 is 9, I think. 1 and 4 is 5, minus 4 is 1, multiplied by 4 is 4, multiplied by 1 is still 4. 5 and 11 is 16, times 2 is 32, divided by 4 is 8, divided by 1 is still 8. Okay, that's perfect. Because I think, wasn't that security? No, wait, I don't know. Can we get a dining room, please? The foyer. This fucking game. Yeah, we need to take that breakfast nook because that gives us another bacon and eggs. But you can see what it's doing. It doesn't want to let us come to that morning room here. This unlocks all the doors on the... That's very good if you have a secret passage afterwards. But we are short on steps. We need to take the nook and then hopefully we get dining room somewhere. Another breakfast. Yeah, it doesn't want to go to the right. This stupid game does not want to go to the right. So we can't get to that mirror room. Another observatory, which is also not great because that's day 12, it's Draxus. I don't even want to drop that. You can do laboratory and hope that we get an experiment that which gives us like 40 steps or something. Don't need a security computer. I don't think we even have enough steps to get back to the go for laboratory. Because we can do a few... Okay, that doesn't matter, that doesn't matter. Okay, let's see what we get from experiment. Lose 10 steps and gain 20 gold. Each time you eat an apple, when you drop the hallway from another hallway, lose 10 steps and gain 20 gold. We got 21 gold. We're losing 10 steps, but that doesn't matter that much because the kitchen is nearby. So we're gonna lose 10 steps, but we can buy 20 something steps, I think. If we do immediately lose 10 steps and gain 20 gold. That's okay. The pool. Or the observatory. Let's just drop the observatory. Or the pantry, more coins. And some precept route. Okay, gives us 2 extra steps, and now we go back to the kitchen. And we buy whatever we can. Bacon and eggs is 10 steps, sure. Club sandwich is 15 steps, sure. And then we'll buy the rest of the bananas. I think we bought 1 or 2, so we probably have 2 or 3 left. There we go. We got 40 steps and we bought out the whole kitchen. Courtyard. We'll do corridor, always unlocked. We don't have coins to buy anything in that showroom, so let's do corridor. We know it's always unlocked, so we can drop another room here, and we have potentially another key to drop the room there. Observatory again. Parlor, gems. Use the shield room. Lucky rabbit's foot. What we could also do is go back to the computer and run the payroll. But it doesn't change anything on the fact that it doesn't change anything. We shielded the room, so it doesn't have the negative effect. We had that shield anyway. Could as well use it. Because we could go back to the laboratory. What are we gonna do with these coins? We can't get to that mirror room. That's our biggest problem here. I could just drop this room, doesn't matter. Billiard room. Office again. Office, it doesn't matter, we don't have the study. So also that does not matter. Can as well take the bedroom. Does not matter. We needed to get to that mirror room to get things going and to duplicate some floor plans. And every room we dropped it here, they did not want to let us go there. They know exactly what you're trying to do. Office doesn't help us a single bit. We can get from the laboratory, we can get to the security or the office computer using the grotto, but it doesn't matter. We can as well do billiard room because we need to solve 40 of these puzzles for a trophy as well. Still go back downstairs to the tomb and pick up a bunch of coins, but what's that square? 3 square? 9? Okay. 3 square again, that's 9. 1 plus 2 is 3, squared is 9. 5 square is 25, minus 20 is 5. Keys, wonderful. Oh yeah, it's an extra billiard room. That's because of the mirror rooms. The mirror room basically duplicates your floor plan for that day. But on top of there, if you use the elevator, you can also duplicate floor plans permanently. That's why we have 2 west wings. And there was another room that we duplicated. Yeah, it was not... we got some rooms in the house, but... Yeah, we axed the attic. That's probably the best thing that we did today. We now have the 3 expensive rooms, cloister, rotunda, and attic. They are axed, which means from now on they will be free. What are we? 40 minutes. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it a day. And we moved the boat. So we did get some progress. $40. We usually do 2-hour episodes, so what I'm going to do is just start another day. Save and continue. We moved the boat and we axed the attic. That's pretty much what we did. Other than that, not much that helped us with the puzzles. We couldn't get the cheese pieces. Pick up our allowance and go get some room. We don't need a tomb for anything. So maybe we can do, I don't know, we'll see. We're also out of shrine things, so we could do that again. Get our 8 courtyards in the house again. No, let's do the shelter. Protects us from the red rooms, and with the Black Bridge connection we can get to the laboratory and immediately start running an experiment. Time lock save we have saved. That's done. So but we can log into the network and use the Black Bridge connection. There's no point in spreading coins from the office because we have no rooms in the house yet. So we'll just use the RTA to get to the lab to run an experiment. Security would also be an option to put up the security system, but security is not that hard in such a way. You usually get it, but the utility is usually the problem. Let's see what we can run and then we can adjust our planning towards that. Whenever you draft an archive floor plan, that means you need the archives. You probably will get it with the shelter, you will probably get red rooms a lot, but still. Could be an option. But then we have to draft that archive plan, which is always a gamble. Next 3 times you open a locked trunk, could be. So yeah, we need a sledgehammer for this, or we need a shovel for this one. So we'll do we don't have the 8 courtyards in the house anymore. Otherwise this one would be very interesting, but so yeah, it's trunk. Okay. Gain 1 key for every 2 hallways in your house. There are only 8 hallways, so maximum we can get from that is 4 keys. Gain 3 gold for each red room in your house. That might be already more interesting, or set your steps to 40. So each time we find an old shoe or whatever, trash, we get our, we'll do this. We need to find a shovel, and then if we're a bit low on steps, we can go dig in some of these dig spots. I don't know, to be honest. That were not really great options here. But we have at least protection for 3 red rooms. So we're mainly looking for dark room, where the light will not go out. Weight room, of course, you don't lose half your steps. And then the other room, I don't know actually. What's the best we can get? Laboratory, it's just a stupid room, but it doesn't have really a negative effect. The chapel, we only lose 1 coin, also not that great. Archives, of course, will not be archived. So archive is a very interesting room. Archives, weight room and dark room. Those are the ones you want to get. Potentially maid chamber. Gymnasium we can put up in the power room. And if not, then you lose 2 steps, that's fine. So you mainly want to look for weight room, dark room and archives. Put those in the house. They are protected from the shelter. Let's start on the top, why not? Workshop. Let's put the workshop and see what's in here. The sledgehammer. Kinda hoping on the more difficult ones, being the battery pack. Drawing room is definitely a good choice there. And the pool over here, obviously. Obviously. And why do I say obviously? Because this will add the pump room to the house, then we can bring down the level from the reservoir to 6. No, we have to drop it here first to see what this tells us. Bedroom. Gives us 10 extra steps and a gem. Now, of course, we need to get something like a conservatory, breakfast nook, pantry, anything with an L shape. There we go. Observatory is today is Drax's, I think. So it's not that great though. Can better do the pantry. That gives us steps and some of these things. And now here, yeah, hopefully something that goes straight. courtyard. Adjoined to a bedroom, that doesn't mean next to it, it needs to have a doorway. Closes up the whole right side though, so I think we're gonna have to sacrifice that exit. And of course you find trunks now. You have an experiment with digging, you're gonna find trunks. We have a sledgehammer though. Okay, a couple of keys. We're gonna drop the left sword at first, see what that thing gives us. No trunks here. We can get to this square from the workshop, so something that turns right would be nice. The chapel. Misery. Yeah, sure. Let's do commissary. If they sell a shovel, which they do, so let's get the shovel. We are good on steps at the moment, so I think we're better off with the metal detector and hopefully find some keys. And now we go back all the way to the courtyard and see if we can dig up some trash. That's our experiment. There we go. No, that's not our experiment. That was yesterday. No, that was our experiment, wasn't it? Oh yeah, of course. Idiot. We have 65 steps, it's not gonna set it on 40, but we should have waited with that. That would give us an option if we were really low on steps to come back here and dig. Okay, don't dig. If we find any more trash, do not dig. I do want to know where we go here though. Always seems to be a fine way to go. Here we can drop whatever and redraw. Oh, let's pick up our gem first. Don't have 8 courtyards today. We mainly want to go left because we already have access to this square from the hallway. So we just want to go left here. Parlor is doing just fine, I think. We're also saving our red rooms for later. Get some extra gems. The gems are in the black box. Could be true, could be false. White is not telling us anything. The gems are in a box with a statement. Oh, here we have this one again. If this is true, they need to be in blue. How do we know how to solve this one? If black is true, then this one needs to be false. Which is, that's the case. The gems are in the black box. That's not true. If black is true, they need to be in blue, which means this is false. So that would work. Now, if this one is true, the gems are in the black box, then this one needs to be false. That can't be, because then they are in white. Then we have blue telling that they're in black, and this one is then telling us that they're in white. That cannot be. So black has to be true. And blue has to be wrong. Blue can't be true because then they're in no man's land. And of course, well, it's fine. It's fine. Observatory right here. We'll check it in a second what that thing is. We can drop the dead end over here now. This is I think I have more value on the conservatory, don't I? Yeah, I can change the rarity of the floor plans there. If it gives us like something like the dining room that needs to go to common, I think it's still on standard. The pump room we can put the boat level on 6 or 0. No, not 0, because 0 you can't put it on 0 without power, I think, from the boiler room. This is useless. It's in one of these two. I think I'm gonna go for conservatory, because that also has a dig spot, which we can just leave be here. If we are very low on steps, we can always come back to the conservatory, and if we dig, yeah, then it needs to be treasure. If it's not trash, we will not reset to 40 steps. Yeah, exactly. You can't risk that. Let's see what we got here. The West Wing Hall is on standard. Let's put that on common, because we have 2 of them. That's always a good way to get up on the left side. The secret passage is on unusual. That is sometimes a very handy room though. So let's put that one on standard. It only goes up though, so it's, yeah, I don't want that on common, but standard I do. I want to see it a bit more than we see it. And the drawing room is on common. You will just leave that be. Okay. We want to see that drawing room every day. It gives us a gem and it gives us the option to redraw. So far we're doing fine. We have access to every slot. The only thing we don't have is keys or security doors. This Draxus guy here today, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that's Draxus, which is going to give you a bunch of dead ends in the house. No, we are not drafting that one. But we did need to draft the room to get past it, basically. Here's our West Wing Hall. Do we have any benefit on the office? That's a good question. Maybe. No. From the shelter we went to the laboratory, so we're already running an experiment. I don't know if you can still go from the office to the security. I think you can only do it to one room. Or can you do it to one room from every computer? Because then we could get to the security and put the security doors on low. But on the other hand, West Wing let us go up, which potentially means we have an exit here, we have an exit there, we have an exit there. We could potentially put a dead end here. Don't need to, but we can. We don't want secret passage here. Locker room, spread keys around the house. We have 15 rooms. But might actually be a good option here. Of course, it also has lockers which you can unlock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 keys you need here. We have the metal detector, so if there are coins... Yeah, we need to check all these rooms. Okay, that's one. Was that a bug or what? Oh, there's another one. Okay. It's gonna cost us some steps, but metal detector will pick it up. Yeah, we can just walk around in every room. Nothing here. Nothing here. Okay. And then we do the other side. That's another key. That's another key. We didn't check the bedroom. We still have steps enough at the moment. Nothing beeping here. Okay. That's a couple of steps wasted for no reason. And then we have the commissary. What can we buy here? Salt shaker or sleeping mask. Salt shaker, yeah, if we find food we get an extra. It's only one step extra. We'll just keep our coins. Breakfast for steps. Probably not a bad idea. That's an extra 10 steps. How are we doing on the rooms here? We got a nook. We got a den. So that's a rook, that's a pawn. Nook and a pawn. Conservatory was also a nook. Observatory is a knight. So we are looking for a bishop, a king and a queen. Okay. That's a bishop. Or we can do secret passage and then green and then choose a cloister here, which is free. If it gives us the cloister. It has to give us the cloister because we already have the courtyard and all the other green rooms are can only be dropped on the outside. So if we go, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. The cloister. And we have a shovel, so we can dig here as well. And if we have trash, it will set our steps back to 40. But of course you're not going to get trash. Ah, there we go. Steps to 40, experiment successful. Nice. That's the hallway. We do want to find... the attic would be great. Laboratory. We're already running an experiment, but no key. I'm still gonna see if we can connect to security. We're already connected to the black bricks from the shelter, so I don't know if we can do it from 2 different terminals. Because then we're gonna try to get to security and we put that thing on low. No, we can't do it. You can only do it once a day. Okay. That's not great. We can do weight room. Perfect, because we have the effect of the shelter. We can do 3 red rooms. We want weight room, archives, and maid chamber or something. But of course there are security doors here. We do have a sledgehammer, but we need to find a broken lever and the battery pack to make the power hammer, then we can break that door. Keycard would also be nice. Garage or another west wing hall. There's no reason to go outside, it's also a dead end. I think we do the other west wing hall. We know we have 2 in our floor plan because we duplicated it. Her lady's chamber. We definitely have to do that. We have not seen that room yet. That's definitely an Eraja room. It's as vital as it can be. Sleeping mask. And that is a queen room. Okay. Oh no, 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 no. I do say no, 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 because we now need a king. We also need a chapel now. But we do need a king, and we can't get the office. Yeah, it's definitely a Raja. The ladyship's diary is has a key. That's her, I don't know, her father? No, we don't know who her father is, do we? Do you have a picture of that thing? I do. Who is this guy? Yeah, that's her father. That's her parents, because we are in the room of Lady Clara Aspen. But it's not her father though. Because her branch going there to her mother, and then her father is somewhere over there. So she's not Sinclair or Espen. She's not. She's from a Raja, which kind of suggests that our mother has, who disappeared. She sort of fled. We sort of knew she fled to the south from one of these messages. So she's in a Raja, and that's of course because that's where her home is. That's also why the nursery, because she's a nurse, I think, in the house. Well, not a nurse. She's taking care of the children. That's why that room is also in violet. So her lady's chamber goes to her mother here, who is married to this guy, but her branch is not going there. I like this guy. He goes to there, which is his father and his brother, but it also goes to there to his mother, Lady Baroness Aravai. But this one here, they're married, so these are our grandparents. Yeah, she also goes there, but she also goes. Why does she go there? Right. This one doesn't go anywhere there. No, this one goes there. So she has another father. Like, these two are also not connected, right? And these two are. So she gets remarried or something. Because she was originally married to this guy, which is not on the picture. And he is now together with whoever is here. There's another couple here. This is her father with her stepmom. And this is her mother with her stepdad. Or the other way around. Also possible. It's possible that this is her father and... But she also has a picture of this one though. What's this? Upgrade disk. So yeah, we need to get into that diary if we ever find the key. That's her husband. That's our granddad. Does it never end? That's sort of that spiral thing on the is that thing on the in the orchard on the sundial there? On the ground? Something to do with that shit? A harp? So she's also related to the music room? Yeah, we have the purple flag, but we knew that Iraja is violet. But with that tree, you can sort of deduct that she is originally from Iraja. Okay. Our next problem is we have a few problems, huh? We also have a sleeping mask. We have a guest bedroom. We can get 5 extra steps there. We're walking in there with a sleeping mask. Okay, well, we have a computer here, so we can use that upgrade disk immediately. Let's see what we get. The hallway. One key, one locked trunk, or add an extra hallway to tomorrow's drop pool. So every time you drop it, you get the next day an extra hallway. I think we'll just take the key, I think. Lock trunk, yeah, that's fine if you have a sledgehammer, but you don't have that every day. Or you might find it later in the house or something, but... Key is usually a problem, isn't it? Yeah, it's just an extra way to get a key. In theory, the trunk should have more value because there could be keys and gems in there. 2 keys, 3 keys. Or a key and a gem and a coin or something like that. Okay. We have another problem though. The rest is security doors. And we don't have a key card, do we? No, we do not. We're gonna have to take security here, I'm afraid. And the cloister. Come back to that in a second. Was that also security? No, it's not. Okay, let's see what we can get here then first. Foundation. Yeah, we have to do that. We have to do that. That will bypass one of the security doors. This is the first time we saw it. We have to put that thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's linked to the antechamber in a way, because you have to come back to go down, but it's better to have it in the middle of the house than have to go all the way outside. So yeah, I'm gonna have to set it here. If we ever find a way to get that elevator. We knew it had an elevator, but we solved everything down below there because of the power hammer at some point. Coins. Can we get some gems, please? Trash, that's also fine. Puts our experiment, puts our steps back to 40. Okay, that's good. So, it looks to me like we need to get around on that wall where there isn't a door. We bypass one security door. But we need to get to the right here to make this thing happen. You're gonna see what's gonna happen this time. We already know, don't we? It's gonna go either straight or left. That's what this game does. Yeah, of course it does. Of course it does. Okay, corridor then. That door is unlocked. Brings us to the same thing though. Look at this. Nothing that goes right. Nothing. Spare bedroom. Spare bedroom. We have a sleeping mask, right? Yeah, we have a sleeping mask. That's going to give us 5 extra steps. There we go. And some rolling dice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Which means we are going to get an exit to the right. If not, we will re-roll. Library. We have no gems for the office, which is our last room that we need for the chessboard as well. We have to go library. We have to go library so that we can go to the right. We have access to the left side here all over the place. I don't know, did we order a book or do we need to order a book? That's always a question. We need to order a book apparently. Let's see. The Fixed Stars, that's a book from that's the last thing we order. Because that's the book which is also in the observatory. History of Orindia we have red. The pump system we have red. So either we do sightseeing or the strategy. Although we kind of figured out what the strategy is. So we'll do this sightseeing guide. Might tell us a bit more about the countries and so. And now we have library, which gives us options to draw up special rooms. I think it's the architectural feature of the room. Okay, we're also running out of keys slightly. The conference room, the study. The study. We don't need the study because we have ladies' chamber. Servants' quarters. That's a dead end. We have to take conference room here. We have to take conference room. Nothing has been spread. Yeah, we have spread keys, but we picked them all up. We're going down. It's still locked. Are you kidding me? We had 7 keys or something. Every door is locked. Oh, great. Oh, the benefit here is we can rotate floor plans, right? In this room. Yeah, we can. Dark room is fine, huh? Dark room is fine. No, more. We need to do morning room. We need to do morning room. That gives us 2 gems with a chance of getting the. Yes. We need to do morning room. I need those gems. What's this? 233. I need those 2 gems in case the office shows up. Locked. Okay. Kitchen, we have food for sale. Can't do kitchen. Can't do kitchen. I cannot do kitchen. No, we need to redraw it because we need to try to get here somewhere. Rumpus room. Archives. Archive is perfect because we still have the shelter. So it will not be archived rooms. Keycard. That's even better. That's even better. Another laboratory. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. Spread gems in each green room. Yeah, screw that. We'll do this one. That's a bedroom. We have the negative effects of the shelter, so we have used our 3 rooms now. That's okay. Yeah, of course. Of course you're gonna do that. Oh, now we need to find a key. be our biggest problem now, finding keys. I don't think we even tried that room on the top, did we? It's probably locked. Of course it's locked. Okay. Door is locked. Foundation weight room. We know it was security door, but we meanwhile have a key card, so that's fine. Office. I need to take the office. Let me check that. Holy moly. We don't have a bishop in our house. How do we not have a bishop in our house? We also have no kitchen or dining room, nothing with food. I don't know security, I don't think we tested that door yet, but that's more than likely locked. Yeah, we still have to do office though, because that's our king room. Magnifying glass. We can spread the keys. We can spread the coins, they will go to the conference room, but it doesn't matter. If this door is locked, we are done. We know that door is locked. We know that door is locked. There's no way. Where are we gonna find keys? Check security, but I don't think we tested that door yet. No keys here. It's not gonna help us. Oh, it's not locked. Okay. We don't have money for this. We have dining room. We can have lunch and dinner at the same time. But the rooms will probably be locked. But let's have that's 10 steps so far. And we have fish with an aquarium, so we can get potentially an extra 30 steps. And I think we're done. Of course we are. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But true. Conference room is locked, archive is locked. Dining room is locked. We are done. We are done. We can get 5 extra steps going to the guest bedroom. We can have dinner, that's all fine, but it's not. Unless we missed the key. We have not missed anything. Zero, 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 it says. Pantry, the pool, the entrance hall, the room, conservatory. Conservatory is a nook. The breakfast nook is a rook, the conservatory is a rook. So we definitely have a rook. The observatory is a knight. So is the security. The parlor, the den, those are all pawns. Lady's chamber is a queen. The office is a king. We do not have a chapel in our house. Or we couldn't drop the music room earlier. That's a bishop. The chapel is also a bishop. The attic is also a bishop. I don't know what the fourth bishop is. Do we? Give me a second. Let's put that on that screen. That's 1080. It's a bit bigger. Where are our chess pieces? Attic, chapel. It's not music room. Queen is the study and the lady's chamber. Yeah, we know that. The bishop is the attic, the bookshop. Bookshop? We have never seen a bookshop. The chapel and the rumpus room. Yeah, we had the chapel once here down below here. We didn't want to take it because of the red room things. We wanted to get the big red room first. Because the chapel is not that bad. The chapel you only lose a coin. This is locked, this is locked, this is locked, and this is locked. We have no keys. There are no keys in the house, we just checked the computer. We dug up all the dirt that we could. Courtyard. Yeah, because we bought the shovel in the commissary, we went back and did the courtyard. And then we dropped there the cloister, we dig there. We even dug in the conservatory. Morning room doesn't have any dig spots, so there are no dig spots in the house. We have a workshop in the house, but we cannot make anything which helps us. I think. Might be wrong. We should check that. We have enough steps. We can still have dinner. Yeah, we need to do something like this. The night, yeah, we have a night with the observatory and security. They're both nights. Conservatory and nook are both a rook, so that's fine. And pawn rooms, that doesn't matter. Den, parlor, dining room, they're all pawns. We don't have a bishop in our house. do not have a bishop in our house. Nope. Okay, let's have dinner and figure out what we can do in the workshop maybe. Double check everything, but how do we need to get to the workshop is the next question. Office, weight room, library. Office, weight room, library. No, that's fine. We can go cloister this way as well. We dug up everything here. Double check that. Yeah. Yeah, we checked the bottom 15 rows. We checked for keys. We checked for keys. It doesn't do anything. Shovel. Shovel plus the metal detector. We used that already. Shovel plus key cards. Okay, shovel doesn't do anything. Sledgehammer doesn't do anything. Magnifying glass. Magnifying glass with metal detector. That's the burning glass. Magnifying glass with a metal detector. Can light candles and ignite fuses. Well, well. Candles. We mostly saw candles in the tomb. No, we have the tunnel. Let's see, library, conference room, nothing there with candles. Nope, 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 nope. No candles. Nope, nope. We have the chapel, we have candles. The tomb, we had candles. Several candles actually in the tomb. Locker room. Spread keys in the house. Yeah, we found a few, but we're still running out of keys. Guest bedroom. Well, we can get some extra steps there if we want. With our sleeping mask. I'm gonna check that courtyard again, just to make sure. We walk into this bedroom as well with our sleeping mask. Give us some extra steps. Double checking that courtyard because I'm not sure that we actually dig there. Yeah, we did. So there's no key here anywhere. Oh, no, wait. Our boat is on that side, huh? So we can get to that tomb site. Well, not to the tomb itself, probably. Let's first do the tunnel thing. Let's see if we can light these things here. We have these torches here. Yeah, okay, we can. Another foreman's lock. It's unclear if they will all seal that tunnel after our crew has. A month ago, I believed that the discovery of the gemstone in the cavern was differently linked to the closure of this site, but now I'm not sure. The Baron doesn't seem to type that value shiny bundles. Tunnel. Always drop the tunnel while drafting in this room. So you can go tunnel, tunnel, tunnel. So this is a quick way to get up. In other words. Sure. Yeah, this is leading somewhere, but we need to find a way to get these crates out of the way. We know it's not a power hammer. Because that didn't work. But I think... Let me try something here. Let's see if we can burn something here or there. No. But I think we can at least get to that that round thing there. With the boat we can get there, right? Do we have a key card? We have a key card. Can I call the elevator here? We can. And now where are we going? Okay, so we don't have to go around. But then we have to go upstairs because otherwise our elevator is downstairs. Yeah. Because this is... Normally you get a foundation and then you go down, but we broke the wall before we even had the foundation. So we need to make sure that... Can you send them back? No, we can't. So we need to make sure that we use that thing there. So that our elevator is in the foundation the next time. Can we skip this? Oh, we can. Okay, skipped it. I don't think we can get to the tomb. Because we can't open this door. Yeah, we need to pull the Drax's hand. Yeah, we can't go there. So we cannot light those candles, but I think we can do this roundabout then. Yes, we can. Okay. Another foreman's lock. Thomas Sinclair. Thomas Sinclair is our that's our great granddad or something. Yeah, that's the highest one in the family tree there. That's a chess puzzle thing, isn't it? Yeah, that's a chessboard tunnel. So that is basically, what is that? How is that going to help us? Yeah, we can go with the elevator, come down, and then we can go through here to the tomb. But not really. We can get to the reservoir. So yeah, we can get here without having the tomb. That's basically what it says. But that doesn't matter. Huh? Yeah, this is one way of using the boat if you don't have the tomb outside. Then you can use the blue flame elevator, come down, come through that tunnel, and then you can use the boat here to go across, and then you can get to the gear. That is in case if you don't have foundation or the broken wall, but we have broken all that stuff. So this seems to be like something you find earlier. But we want the boat on this side because we need to get down these stairs. We need to bring the reservoir down. Because at the moment we have it on level 13. We know from the red door thing there, we saw the levels. 13, 6 and 0 we need. So we need to get it to 6 and then we can use the boat going through that hole there probably. And then if we put it on 0, we know there's a sanctum key down there somewhere. But then we need to get the reservoir to 0, but I don't think you can get the reservoir to 0 without having the boiler room connected to the pump room, because you need that spare tank there, I think, to fully empty the reservoir. So the only thing we can do is get pump room in the house the next time or so. But then you need something like the pool very early. And then we need to get the reservoir, playing around with those pipes again. Get the reservoir to 6. Or if we can connect it to the boiler room, then we can get it to 0 as well. Or just put some water in the reserve tank. And then we can do whatever we want, I think. Okay, but so we want that, so yeah, that's what that is. What we just opened there is another way to get to that boat and then come across. In case you have this not open, but we have this open already. Okay. But then there are still some candles that need to be lit though. There are still like 2 sets or 3 sets of candles in the tomb which we can lit. We also have candles in the chapel, but we don't have the code check either, so I cannot. So we need to make this metal detector magnifying glass thing again. Okay. So what we need to do is make sure that that elevator is in the foundation. Now that we called it down here. because the elevator was hanging sort of in the foundation here. But with a key card you can call it all the way down. And then you come back up and then it doesn't go hanging there anymore. It just stays here now. But there is also a way to lower the elevator if you come from this wall. Which we couldn't do because the door was locked. Yeah, we dug every spot here of dirt, right? There were only 2, I think. Okay, so what we need to do then is go back to security and keep ordering that magnifying glass. The metal detector we can find in the courtyard or on the attic or something, or we can buy it in the commissary. So we need to keep ordering that magnifying glass. Now that we know how to make something that burns. So we know the power hammer smashes walls. And we know that the burning glass sets things to fire. So we need to just keep ordering. The magnifying glass. Metal detector, very often it sells in the commissary, or you can find it here or there. Same goes for shovel and sledgehammer, so you need to order like the compass, the magnifying glass. Those 2 are probably the most important to order, which are not always in the commissary. But if you order them, they will be. You can find the magnifying glass, but it's not like it's common in the house. We found it maybe like 2 or 3 times. At important moments, of course. To find the orchid code, to find the code, the thing here, the password here. Is there anything that we need? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, I need to do something. I need to do this. We're gonna run the payroll. We're gonna spread the coins. Because we have the maid chamber, so the check with the payroll will be there. We have the conference room, all the things will be there. I don't know. I don't know. We might not be dead yet. That is all depending what they are selling in the commissary. I don't know. Okay, these are the spread coins already. Is there a check here? Yes. That's the payroll. Staff doesn't need them, they're not in the house. Payroll issued for this week. Amount 10 gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 steps. 8 steps to get to the commissary. Nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 outside, 15, 16. We're gonna die in the foundation. If we use the outside. Oh no, we have a secret passage here. Okay. Might be, there's a shorter way. There is a shorter way. There's a way shorter way. Cloister is over there. I don't know, they were selling gems, but because if they're selling keys, we can buy 4 keys. But I don't know. No. They're not selling keys. That was yesterday, I think. Okay. It was worth a try. Although we would have been low on steps, but if we would have had keys, we could have done 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. No, can't do that. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We would have 3 steps over here. We can get a kitchen there or there with 47 coins. Then you could eat food there, buy food, and then yeah, something like that. We could buy 3 or 4 keys for these doors, and that would give us another chance. To get a bishop room and do the chessboard downstairs. But then we need a kitchen though in one of those doors, but doesn't matter. They're not selling keys, so we're done. With all our burning glass and whatnot. We have a morning room, so we'll get 2 more gems tomorrow. We will start with 4 gems and 16 coins. And we also got Drax's guy out of the way, so tomorrow if we drop the observatory we will have 13 stars. Oh yeah, that's gonna be Drax's again. It's gonna be 12 plus 1 probably. Drax's is 12 and then 1 is 1 coin, I think. Well, yeah, then potentially you could drop the 1 star and then leave Drax's be. I don't think you ever need Drax's. Yeah, maybe for a trophy or so. So yeah, we're gonna have to call it here. We played 2 days in this episode. We now know that we can get the burning glass if we find the metal detector and then go to the commissary and buy the magnifying glass, which we ordered. But then you need a workshop, of course, to create it again, to craft it again. So far we crafted the detective sheller, which is a metal detector plus shovel, and then the power hammer, which is broken lever, sledgehammer and battery pack. We decided to go for the power hammer that day, but you could also make the jackhammer with the broken lever, the battery pack and then the shovel. That will give you a jackhammer. And then there are some other things which we need to do, like the lucky rabbit's foot with the coin purse gives you a lucky purse, I think. And then there are some other things. Yeah, there are 8 so far. We only have 3 crafted. Yeah, there is also something with that metal detector and something else. I don't know what you need to combine to get that, but there is something if you go into the locksmith, some sort of magnetized thing, and you go to the locksmith, you will get all the keys, which is like 32 keys or something. So if you can get a locksmith and the locker room in the house, then you can open all those lockers with your 32 keys, no problem. Yeah, you could do that in theory now as well, if you have the laundry. You can, like the 47 coins in the laundry, we could switch it up for 47 keys or 47 gems. And if the laundry is powered, you can switch these two up here, your allowance with your stars. So there are definitely extra powers available. But my power here is I want to get rid of this knight. And the way to do that is to go back to the chessboard and choose another piece. Which means we need... I don't understand. How do we not have a chapel? It's like... we get a queen room, we get a king's room. The office is a king, the queen room is a lady's chamber. So now we have two options for a queen. We have the study and the ladies' chamber. The king we only have one so far, which is the office. There's gotta be another king, a room. One of the rooms we don't have yet. And the chapel, we have the attic, which is not in the house. The bishop, I mean. We have the attic, it's not in the house. We have the chapel, it's not in the house. We have the bookshop, which apparently is also a bishop, but we have not even seen that room. And then there was another one, which we also don't have in the house. So yeah, we're still working on that chess puzzle. We were close though, we were close. We opened another door. We got a tunnel added to our floor plan. So what does that mean? Is that an orange room or a found floor plan? That's a found floor plan. So we're missing one. Yeah, we know this is the foyer. Master bedroom and servant's quarter. We get all the green rooms. We get all the red rooms, the shops. The bookshop will be a shop. And then one more. And that probably needs to come from the drafting studio plans, which we saw that room twice, but we didn't have enough gem for it. And that room, we read the description, it will add 8 rooms. You can pick a room and then it will add it to the floor plans. So we have to draft that drafting studio 8 times to get all the rooms. So that's definitely also a thing that needs to go on the list, drafting studio. So that we can get that extra category in the dictionary here. But yeah, this is the second day in a row that we are running out of keys. And although we had the locker room, which spread keys around the house, I think you want to get that a bit later, that you have more rooms in the house. And the conference room is also something, if we can change the rarity of that, then we could probably drop it in low in the house here. Then you always have if something gets spread that day, then you have one room to go to and it will all be there. Like we did this time here. We spread coins in the office, so we could pick them up in the conference room. And we also spread the payroll, which will, if you have a maid chamber or a servant quarter in your house, then it will spawn a check there with 10 coins. That's what we just picked up there. That's why we have 47 coins now, but our only chance was that they were selling keys here to open some of these doors. And then if we could get a kitchen, we could get more steps. Then it might even be possible to fill up the grid. We get an L shape to the left here. We could fill up this from the archives. And here we need to go around. But yeah, the ladies' chamber, I think you still need to. If you look for a queen room, you're gonna have to go for the study, because the ladies' chamber is. This needs to go like this. You come in somewhere in the west, and then you have to come down to the south. Otherwise, you can't drop that room. Ladies' chamber. The next time you enter the boudoir, you gain 10 steps. The next time you enter walk-in closet, you gain 3 gems. How many steps do we have? 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe we need to call it a day there. Maybe it also has a... because that room seems to have some effect on other rooms. Let me have a look. Tucked quietly away in the west wing of Mount Holly is the decorated bedroom of your grandmother, Lady Espen. The style you find unique in the house, finding tribute to her childhood. It's definitely unique. Yeah, if we can get this thing in the conservatory and we can change the rarity to standard or so, then we can get it more. Would give it a bigger chance to get that chessboard going. We called it a day in the bedroom the other day. That didn't do anything to our steps the next day. But this is a bit of a special room. It might also that it cost us half our steps. That's also a possibility. We have some things which is positive, some things are negative. Where is that thing? Over there. Oh no, not over there. Cloister Laboratory. Cloister Lab. Weight room, and then West Wing Hall, and then into the chamber. It's definitely a queen room. And then we still need to find that diary key somewhere. Also something we have not seen. But yeah, that could be very well yeah, that could be in the tomb actually. Because there's some candles to burn. We found our great uncle, we found some other graves, but we did not find the grave from Lady Espen. We know she passed away. From a note in the West Wing. Yeah, in the West Wing Hall there are some notes which say that she passed away in like, what was it, 83? It's like 10 years ago, compared to where the game is playing. 1993 we are playing. I'm just gonna call it a day here. It might be a mistake to make, but we'll see. In theory we start with 70 steps tomorrow. We tried the other day in the bedroom to see if we got extra steps, if we called it a day in that room. Didn't do anything, so let's try this one. Could also mean that you lose half your steps. That is very possible. Instead of gaining 10 or 20 steps, that you lose 10 or 20. That's very possible. But there's only one way of finding out. You try it out. We'll leave it at this. Obviously, we played 2 days, about 2 hours. That's fine. And we still have some goals. We're getting easier of the house, but we did achieve something. We lit some candles. We got the foundation. We called the elevator, so the elevator is in the foundation this time. And the foundation is permanent, so that place wherever we have it there in the middle of our grid, that room will always be there. Which also means if you can cut the power, or if you have a key card, you can go underground and just go up. Even if you drop the dead at the bottom of your... So we can put some dead ends in the bottom of our house, and then use the foundation to go up and start drafting from the foundation. So that means that from now on, even if we have very low dead ends, we are not dead yet. We can go outside and use the foundation as long as we have cut the power or if we have a key card so that we can call the elevator. We'll see. As for today, that was it. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in the next episode. That will be episode 13. That's an unlucky number. So don't expect anything to go right next day. We'll see. Bye bye for now.